What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Terrell. Thank you so much for stopping by Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that way you know when we have our tea talks. So, trying to make sure I get all my infomercials out of the way. Okay, so today we need to tea talk about something that is very, 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 very important. A lot of times we find ourselves in these places where we just, again, we feel stuck. We feel stagnant, right? And when we feel stagnant, we tend to feel as if like everything is frustrating. And, it's so frustrating to a point where it's just like either you want to like throw your hands up, you want to throw in the towel, you want to get your Gatorade, you want to slap hands with the other team, and you want to go home, take a shower, act like that day exists and tomorrow's a new one. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? By all means, we all come across those areas in our life. And what's so interesting about them is that it wasn't until recent I changed my my perspective on when times like that come across my path. More or less, when you find yourself at that place, in that position, feeling that way, it's really you being at a checkpoint. It's really you actually being in a place where it's an intersection. You have to really think about which way you're trying to go. And regardless of whatever way you go, you have to look both ways before you cross, before you turn, etc. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? Put it down below. However, it comes to that point, that place, and that time, and it comes to that place where now you really got to think like, are you going to continue to take the city, or are you going to take the interstate where it's faster? Taking the interstate, you've learned, hopefully your cardinal directions being north, south, east, and west. And that puts you in a place that no matter, even if so happens you don't know what exit to take, at least go in the right direction and you'll find wherever it is that you need to go. It was something that the old folks used to say to me when I used to stay in Virginia. They used to say, remember, you live east. So no matter where I was, if I was to fumble across like a new city back home or an area I wasn't familiar with, it was really easy for me to remember just that. And eventually I will come across something that I'm familiar with, whether it, allegorical, whether it be like a dream and it be deja vu, or it's something that I've heard in my sleep, or at some point something connects for me to be able to say that's crossed my path or I've crossed its path. So with that being said, I look at those places that we become very frustrating to be more or less checkpoints, because you have to look both ways before you decide whatever direction you want to go. Sometimes we have directions knowing exactly where we need to go, how we need to get there, where we need to be. That's not this lifetime. College is one thing, but for you to finish doing all the necessary fundamental work for you to be knowledgeable of what you want to venture into, now is a thing of you got to figure out what direction you want to go. School don't give you that. That's something that you have to, build yourself. That's something that you have to draft, compose, develop, affirm yourself, claim yourself. And with doing that leads us to today's tea talk. Y'all, I am so serious. I done put off eating my chicken wings just to talk about this with y'all. So y'all better listen up and listen good. Because in my favorite words, I'm going to say this once, maybe twice, but make sure you hear them both times. Okay? I am speaking from a perspective of wanting to do something different. So do not take how I'm about to express this to you as me thinking like everyone's way of processing life to be so different and out of reach that I don't understand. I do understand. The best way for me to help you understand that I understand is both of us exchanging statements and thoughts about our perspective. I'm simply talking about mine. In the past year, I have not come across a time with a positive perspective that things fell apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can honestly say, with thinking positive within the last year, almost a year and a half, I can honestly say that good does come when you affirm that you're worthy of good things coming to you. It does not matter who can't fill up your cup. It does not matter who can really make you feel as if like you're whole. That's your responsibility. And with that being your responsibility, you got to get your shit together. Point fact, big fact, all that. You got to get your shit together. At some point, you have to change the conversation if you want to be the center of the room. You can't continue to sit here and be like, oh, well, I'm a victim. Okay, well, when are you going to change this around to let it be known that you got the victory? Success comes from struggle. And if you're just going to wallow in your struggle, you're not doing anything to help give you that second paragraph in your press release. Whether it be at death, whether it be in your business, wherever it needs to be, we all need a second paragraph. Get your shit together. That business idea didn't work. Great. Put yourself around some folks that can help what you're doing to make it work. It's that simple. You feel me? Like, we make things as hard as we want them to be because I guess we can really just stand the heat. And if that's the case, I knew from the beginning of time I was a diamond in the rough. That makes sense. At the end of the day, you can't blame anybody for not picking you up when you fall, if that makes sense. It's just like if there's a race and there's like $50,000 at the end. You finish, you get that money. First one to hit that finish line, get that money. Ain't nobody about to pick you up and drag you to the finish line with them. That means they're going to have to split it. So not only do you got taxes on your ass, I got someone else that I owe. No. Everybody for themselves. And it sounds real selfish. But at the end of the day, when you got to get your shit together, no one's going to help you but you. No one wants a incomplete person. No one wants a partial person. Nobody wants a person that feels like things complete them from other people. I'm going to tell you like this. My ex-husband thought like that. And I honestly believe that, and I saw it, come to think of it, like, yo, you can see he used to have this thing where he used to say, seeing other people happy makes me happy. What? That doesn't make any sense because people fake the funk every day. They fake the funk every day. Every day. And so when you say that, like, why are you giving yourself such falsehood of happiness? Get your shit together. That's how you can find your happiness. How do you put your happiness on someone else? What? Come on now. Like, again, go to that video. Make it make sense. Get your shit together. No, it's not easy. A lot of people really think like if you was to go and give somebody an ultimatum, they're going to change overnight indefinitely. Like they're going to be a completely different person. I have plants outside that took longer to grow than anyone snapping their fingers and saying, produce my tomatoes, produce my strawberries, produce my collard greens, produce my cabbages, produce my carrots, produce my cantaloupes, produce my radishes. What? What world? What world? Because if that's the case, I want you hear it first. I want to hear you hear it first. There's something else traveling on this earth, giving us all these falsehoods of what it is for us to get our shit together. Getting our shit together is not going to take a day. It may not take a year. It took me literally, real talk, to feel like a queen for everything that I feel like I had to go through to understand that what I went through wasn't punishment, but it was preparation. It took me 10 years to get to where I am. to feel whole, to think whole, to feel complete, to know I'm complete. And it's not easy. It's not easy. But when you are for certain that you want to get your shit together, you're not going to take no shit either. You're going to be able to know the difference, decipher, use your discernment, and you're going to understand what distractions are and the deception that they bring. But you can't do that if you're out here pointing the finger. This is not a concert. Ain't nobody pointing nobody out. But you need to get your shit together. Credit is the first place. You know what? I take that back. Credit is like number one part, like A. You know what I'm saying? God first and foremost, your universe first and foremost. Because if you can get your mind right with the universe, you can align your steps as to which one will be the first, second, third, so you can keep going. And then from there, once you have an idea of what you need to clear your mind of, you'll notice that you'll have a lot of empty space. That's cool. Don't be afraid of that. Be excited, because this is where you start to pretty much come back in another life where you've built what was weak for it to become strong. And in order for it to become strong, a muscle has to be tried. It has to be pulled. It has to be tested. You know, it has to be shocked. It has to be moved a number of ways for it to be able to tolerate you running long distances, swimming long distances, you know, throwing as many jabs as you can and around. Like, that's all part of it. So strengthen your mind. You strengthen your mind, you strengthen your heart. When you strengthen your heart, you notice a lot of shit that you used to take, you're not going to take moving forth. If it's not going to heal you, help you, encourage you, support you, fuck it. It's supposed to be in the last chapter, and don't feel bad about it. If they didn't catch their ride right then and there, then that's on them to go buy another ticket. But understand, when you buy another ticket, you're not using the same way to get there. Sounds like a plan A, plan B, plan C to me. You got to get your shit together. So get your mind right. Get your mind right. It's not so much of you sitting there understanding what went wrong, but it's about what you went through, what you were able to go through, how you were able to get through it to the end and be able to see that you're still breathing. So now that you're still breathing, make plans for yourself. If you want to go to school, great. You don't want to spend that long period of time in school, great. There's tons of certifications out here that you can get and go right out into the workforce. You're no different. Get your shit together. Once you get your roots right, you get your foundation right, guess what happens? All of a sudden, everything else comes into play. Okay, you got your education. Now's the thing of your status. Now's the thing of what you want to do, your aspirations, your goals, your family, whatever it is that you want to do. But in order for you to branch out to all those things, you got to get off your ass, get off your knees, stop crying, wipe your eyes. Don't give a fuck about nobody sometimes, and just get your shit together. Point blank, period. Once you get to a point where you getting your shit together, it don't matter who don't take you serious. They gonna fall to the wayside because you're not gonna hear them no way. You're not gonna hear them no way. The people that you need to be in front of, the people that you do need to touch, you're gonna be more than touching them. You're gonna be high-fiving their ass because you that close. In order to get there, though, you gotta get your shit together. Now, I'm proud of you this far for being able to find this video. Hopefully you are a returning subscriber. If not, if you're a new one, hit that link down below to be able to see what we got going on in our warrior community. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're warriors, not worriers. You feel me? So be sure that you go over there, get some loves and hugs and some unicorn kisses. Be sure that you stop by esteemedmentality.com. You can see all the other different warriors out here that are really trying to get their game together and level up and boss up. That does not, I don't think environment is an excuse anymore. Is not an excuse anymore. I don't think finances these days are an excuse anymore. When talent starts with your hands. Roads start with your hands. It starts with your feet. So get your shit together. Point blank. I do have a tab on the website where if you want one-on-one consultation and coaching, I do have that available now. So make sure that you go over to the website, esteemedmentality.com, and let me know if you want a one-on-one session, or you can look down below. There'll be some information also in our About tab that you can use to your benefit to be able to schedule an appointment with me. Okay. But no, like, it takes time, but the best diamonds have a lot of pressure placed on them to be cherished, to be so precious. And you are, like, straight up, you are. So don't feel as if like you're punished. This preparation, this punishment, it's not. Like, yo, go through it, get it done, learn it, and that way you can move on and keep it pushing. You know, sometimes the people that we leave in the past is supposed to be a part of the audience, because that's what's made you stronger to be able to keep it going. Like, think of it like encouragement. It really is. Because you wouldn't be willing to boss up and level up if you didn't have it, right? So get your shit together. And once you get your shit together, let me tell you, a wise entrepreneur, a wise woman, a wise married entrepreneurial woman once told me this, and I'm going to take this to the grave and you can put it on my tombstone. Don't go back to what broke you.
The depths of the media sees no evil. Buildings crashing 9/11, no sake for the people. Children take to everything. Others willing to feel anything just to say they were there. Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, domestic violence. Do you care? When the curtains close, your head hangs low. You're wishing someone was there. Just turn to me for relief. I know how you feel. I am you. You are me. We share symptoms of the black sheep. Aren't you aware?
This image, I remember howling winds, nights trying to hustle to 10 degrees, ash on my knuckles. Coke in my long john, sipping on the brisk. A tall glass of nigga, quicker please, can get a sip of this. Coke in my long john, slave to the sin. Call me young coke there if the cops try to frisk. I may get a grip, I may get a grip. I may slapping 20s, lobster tails and some shrimp. I used to bump Wayne all day as a pimp, now I'm past Wayne Drake, I'm going in.